So, what's up once again, Internet? I am Mary Casey.
I'm Andy.
And we just got through the EA press conference. Getting through it is putting it lightly.
We struggled through it, really.
It hurt.
It was bad.
It was really bad.
Not good.
Not at all good. But they did have some cool stuff.
Four good stuff.
Four good stuff. The rest of it was... Yeah.
Sports. The rest of it was all the sports games. It was, I think, a solid hour of only the sports games being talked about, and then they tossed Mirror's Edge in the middle of it so we wouldn't kill ourselves, and then they kept going with sports again, and it was just...
Let's not remember the sports. All right.
Anyway,
so...
Games, right?
Yeah, so probably the most important things to talk about, number one is what they started off with was Mass Effect 4, which they didn't really show that
Didn't
much.
talk much. It was just
Again,
some country music, some planet stuff.
yeah.
It's Mass Effect Andromeda, not Mass Effect 4.
another freaking teaser
It looks
trailer,
like a
just
full-on
they did last
exploration
year.
game, actually, because the other one, I believe, took place in the Milky Way galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just full-on exploration. Like, we don't know what the fuck's going on in Andromeda galaxy, and now that we're here...
They basically dropped another teaser, which is kind of annoying because they've been working on this game for God knows how long. Last year they had a freaking teaser, so...
I hope it'll be worth it so we don't just pick our favorite color at the end.
Yes. I didn't play the game, but I know what you're talking about.
So sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Mass Effect sort of happened.
It wasn't... Mass Effect is coming.
Yeah.
Holiday 2016
Hallelujah.
next year.
Yeah.
So look forward to that.
And then after that, the next game of note was... What was it? Unravel?
Yes.
Yeah, Unravel. Looks pretty good. Platformer.
Looked interesting, yeah.
Yeah. It's looks like a really artistic game, but not like the pretentious-y kind of indie developer.
Yeah,
like,
it looks like there was like some love and craft
it's not
put
Fez.
behind it.
It's a good game.
Yeah.
It doesn't take it. It didn't seem. He didn't say it took like 8 years and.
I mentioned it to you. It kind of reminded me of Limbo a little bit. That kind of style.
It was kind of Limbo like. It was it was a lot like. What was it?
Well, not really like horror elements per se, but
it was very strong like Little Big Planet feeling.
Yes,
because it's like one of those good feeling games. You know, it's just happy-ish.
With
It's a little bit dark.
Yeah,
like
it seems
there's some
kind of grittiness to it and stuff.
Definitely gritty.
Yeah. But I kind of like the concept of the gameplay where the yarn is following you wherever you go.
Yes,
and you have to use it to your environment.
Yeah, you unravel as you play the game. Mm-hmm. It seems really interesting and it's worth looking at. I don't remember if they had a release date for that.
If they did, I did not write it down. I don't think.
Good. It's always good to be prepared, folks.
Yes.
This is it's really good.
I don't think they did mention a release date though.
Okay.
I think they said it's coming.
I'll just wait.
Yeah. We'll keep an eye on it.
What else? Mirror's Edge.
Mirror's Edge.
They talked about that.
It looked incredible.
Almost exactly the same. Almost.
But better.
It's a prequel.
Better graphics.
I don't know if we
definitely.
knew that before going in. I know I didn't, but
okay.
Yeah, it's a prequel.
I heard it was like I've heard that it was a prequel. I also heard that it was a remake, and it turns out that it's kind of like a I call it like a pre-make.
It's a prequel.
Yeah.
Yeah, you play as Faith. You play through her backstory and stuff. It seems interesting. As far as we could tell, Anita Sarkeesian has no visible impact on the game.
God, why did you mention that?
It didn't.
What are you thinking, EA?
No, hold on. They may not have ruined it. It's like they had what's her face?
Well, she's beating up people.
No, for the Mad Max movie, they had what's her face from the Vagina Monologues come in and help with that. But they applied her input appropriately because she works a lot with with like victims of like sexual crimes and stuff in third world countries or something, and they used her advice to help the spoilers to help the for Mad Max to help the sex slave girls in their roles. Yeah, to how they react to things. So I think I hate to say this, but I think maybe she had her place in this, and it may or may not have been helpful.
I guess we'll play the game and find out if it's that intentional
It didn't seem super girl powery at the very end. At the very end of the trailer, she says, "Come on, girl, time to win," or whatever she says. But it's not really super girl powery.
Yeah, but it didn't seem like any of that like Anita Sarkeesian stuff was put into the game, really.
Yeah, so or at least as far as we could tell.
Yeah.
And then
play the game to find out.
Yeah. And the last one was Battlefront. I have high hopes for it. The footage was pre-alpha, which is why he's wincing. The graphics look really good for pre-alpha. Honestly, it looks really well polished.
But it's pre-alpha. They're clearly further freaking along in the development than pre-fucking alpha, but yet they show the pre-alpha. Come on, I just don't understand what EA's problem is with just completely holding back what the game actually looks like right at this very second in time. You know they have.
But what they showed us was good enough. I'm considering buying the game.
Because the problem is that they're further along, but they didn't show what they have right. Really now they showed what they had like 3 or 4 months ago.
They showed us what they came up with yesterday. They might still toss out what they came up with yesterday. Okay,
you're talking to a guy who pre-ordered Aliens Colonial Marines, who was convinced by the E3 press conference that was the game that I was getting when I pre-ordered it.
I am talking to a retard.
Fuck you.
Sorry.
Anyway.
Oh, I'm sorry. Mentally handicapped. Right? Are we trying to be PC on this channel?
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
But yeah.
And then I'm just pretty much
I'm just hopeful what they showed is exactly what the game looks like.
Well, what they showed was you can get into all the vehicles that they showed in the trailers. I was afraid that they would take out piloting the AT-ATs, which I thought was important. To me, it's important.
They would be really dumb if they did that.
I know. Well, they are still EA. Yeah, you still pilot the AT-ATs. There's orbital strikes, which I thought was cool. Mm-hmm. It's not necessary, but it's cool. There were dogfights still. Granted, not in space, looks like. I remember I read something, the dogfights are never going to be in space.
They're never going to be in space.
I think I'm okay with that because the shenanigans they were pulling with the canyons and stuff in the trailer. Because you see a TIE fighter going after an X-Wing and they're playing around with the... Yeah, I understand. Hold on. Yeah. I have over 100 hours of just the dogfights from the Battlefront 2.
Yeah,
all right?
Same here.
Don't get me wrong. I will miss being in space, but one of the problems I did have with space was that there wasn't a lot going on as far as the map is concerned. There's just some asteroids.
But the thing is, don't you think that EA, this was the opportunity for them to kind of take advantage of the next generation consoles and powers?
But
and stuff,
I think that's exactly what they're doing.
I don't think so. Because,
in my opinion, I think because they're mixing the dogfights with the ground battles, rendering and getting all that to work all at once.
You were able to do that in the original Battlefront game and in Battlefront 2.
When were you? No, there wasn't full-fledged dogfights. There were the speeders and such.
Yeah, I agree that the maps were much smaller. I agree with that, but you were still able to get into fighter pilots and fly around the map, taking on other players or AI piloting
in the Hoth map, there was the fucking
you could do it in
snow
Cloud
speeder.
City in the original Battlefront
and in
game.
Cloud City, but Cloud City is barely a map to begin with, though. It was all
a lot of a lot of the maps from the original game are like that. No, but the point was that you could do that. The point of it is that you could do that. I think that EA is holding back on it because they're rushing to get the game out instead of really trying to push the gameplay a little bit. Because I think it would have been cool if they had space battles going on at the same time with the ground battles.
We sort of do. It's just in the air instead of up further in the air.
Why couldn't you have it in the air but also go into space?
I don't know, because it's hard. Don't ask me that question. I wasn't on the board for that. I don't know. I don't know.
Based on what I saw from the original Battlefront 3, the leaked gameplay footage that leaked onto the internet from back from the PlayStation 2. The gameplay showed that you were able to seamlessly go from on the planet's surface to space. Seamlessly.
That doesn't sound like Battlefront.
No, it was.
That was a different game, I thought. There's a different game for that.
No,
there is. I swear to God, there is. They were in the spaceship and you go down to the planet and there's weird animals.
No. It's not No Man's Sky. It's not No Man's
Sky. That looks good. It wasn't in any of the things.
Well,
it looks good.
It's Sony exclusive. We'll see if they'll have it.
Yeah, Sony hasn't happened yet for us.
The point was that if that gameplay was indeed the original Battlefront 3 game, supposedly, it got canceled, obviously.
Yeah, well, I mean.
But the point that they were able to do that on the PlayStation 2 of all consoles.
Yeah,
but EA can't do that.
Maybe they just choose not
PlayStation
to.
4 and Xbox One.
They decided that
I guarantee you they did that.
More interesting on the ground. I personally think, I don't want to sound like a shill, But I personally think the dogfights would be more interesting if they're on the ground, like weaving through canyons. Like pure piloting skill actually becomes a part of it instead of just lock on, look at them, fire.
I agree with that.
And then crash into the enemy base with a rocket launcher, fuck up all their systems, and leave. Like that's all it was.
I agree with that. But I think adding the space battles on top of that, like for me, I would love the ground level battles going on with the dog fighting around the map, because the maps are probably like battlefield size on top of that, and then having the choice to go into space if you want and take down a Star Destroyer. Hello, that would have been like a great opportunity for.
You'll never take down the Star Destroyer, though.
No, but I'm just dude. It could be a game mode for that. Take down the Star Destroyer or something like that, while the people on like the whole battle, the end battle sequence with Endor. Just imagine that as like a game mode where you have 3 battles going on and you could choose whether to start off in space and take on the Death Star and try blowing it up, or the Star Destroyers in the whole thing, or you could choose to be on the ground and fight the battle on the ground.
I see what you're saying. I just don't think it's something to be mad about for it not to be there. It's like I can't even compare that to something. It's so
I know, but I'm not really. It's not that I'm
it's like
mad
getting
about
upset
it.
It's like a kid on their 16th birthday getting upset because they didn't get the right car for their birthday. Fuck you! You got the car.
I just think they could.
That's my opinion.
I just feel like they could have done more with it.
We should be glad to just have gotten it.
It just seems like they remade the original game with updated graphics, and they're adding in the Jedi mechanic from Battlefront 2, and that's it.
Well, I mean,
when the potential could be so much more.
The potential could be so much more, and they're probably going to sell the potential in DLC. Let's not lie to ourselves. But
thanks for reminding me.
Hold on. But it's worth considering. I think
Space Battle's $20.
Yeah. If you were to coordinate, let's say in pretend real life, if we were to coordinate a battle that took place in space, in the sky, and on the ground, you wouldn't have like any random schmuck that just get all your soldiers together. Like, all right, so if you want to go up, just go. If you want to be on the ground, just do that. Like, even like you would.
That's the kind of gameplay that they're kind of.
You would specifically assign units to carry out certain objectives, capture the point, take out the bad guys, yada yada.
Yeah.
But like, so you shouldn't, in my opinion, be able to die as a foot soldier. And then respawn in the space armada and be like, well, I'm doing this now. Like,
well, that's the
it's
thing.
very limiting. And then you just take what? You take one of the X-Wings and fly down back to the planet? You could choose your spawn point.
You could do that, but it depends. I think it, with the game mode, you can basically choose which battle do you want to take. Like, the battles are happening at the same time, and you can go whenever when you're in the game. But initially, when you first step into the game, you can choose, okay, I want to be part of the ground battle, so you choose the faction that's on the ground. Or
like in
you basically pick
it
at the very, very beginning.
Base that you spawned at.
Right, exactly.
Right. That's not, I know. But what I'm saying is, like, it's not...
How's
not the worst thing in the world that you don't have it. It's just not.
I'm not angry that it's
You seem angry. You sound mad.
I'm really disappointed because
I'm not mad, son. I'm disappointed.
I just think that would be a neat
Shame
mechanic.
on you, EA. You could have gotten an A.
They need a fucking A. I mean, they've been fucking F. They won Worst Company of the Year twice.
I wouldn't say that they're F, because that would imply that they rate
scale. Well, no.
Regarding
to Battlefront and the conference, for the most part, the conference was shit. But the big ones that we mentioned, like Battlefront,
the whole conference. Oh god.
It's okay.
We're not going to talk about it. Let's move on to Ubisoft before we yell at each other.
I just want to say, but like, Star Wars Battlefront was cool. Mirror's Edge was cool. Basically, the games that we talked about were really freaking cool.
A little bit actually about the gameplay is there's first person mode. There was already first person mode, but it's straight up like iron sights. Like it looks so legit.
I hope. Like I said, I hope
it looks just as good as the pre-alpha footage.
Yes,
but that's it. If they improve on that, that's even better.
That's even better. And Bravo.
Yeah.
EA, but
the best.
It's pre-alpha, so go in with a grain of salt. Let's just hope
they keep their grubby little mitts off for a bit.
In DLC, yeah. All right. So yeah, that was the EA press conference. Don't watch the whole conference. Just skip to the games that we meant.
It's barely worth watching our video on the conference. Is how bad it was. Like, if you got to this point in the video, I apologize already. It's pretty bad.
Just skip around to the games that we talked about, and that would be my best recommendation, because the rest of it is just
don't watch it.
Just a typical sports TV.
Unless someone says sports and then you like anything that follows it, then yeah, sure, what the fuck. No one cares.
You might get bored, though, after a while, because they talk about it for like a good hour.
40 minutes to an hour of just plain sports. And they got Pele on it, and that was cool. You know, he's a famous soccer player. But we don't watch soccer, so it's meaningless to us, and he doesn't stop talking.
They literally had him on for like a good half an hour.
Even the host made a face when he stopped talking, like, finally. And you can't do that on camera.
So
I can do that on camera. That guy can't do it, right?
And the guy's like, "Oh, I'm so excited that he's here. Let me."
Yeah, the two-faced bastard's like, I could do this forever, but you gotta go. Can't believe that guy won't stop talking, right?
Come on, man.
This fucking guy.
Seriously,
that wasn't okay.
Well, anyway, that's the EA press conference. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm Eric Casey.
I'm Andy.
And we are going to be checking out the Ubisoft press conference next. So see you then, guys.